We'll see if welcome to Bible study at Our Lady of the Wayside. We've got the weirdest of the parables today. I bet if you took 100 Catholics and asked them, which is your least favorite parable, that, a good 99% would say today's. It's the workers in the vineyard and the guys who came first thing in the morning and worked all day in the hot sun. At the end of the day, when the people who came and just before dinner time get paid a full day's wage and the first guys get the same amount of money, there is some serious grumbling. And I think when we look at this this parable, we think to ourselves, well, I've been a solid Catholic all my life, or I've been a Jew. We Jews have been here for 2,000 years. How can these Gentiles come in at the last minute? I've been a fine, upstanding person all my life. How can the good thief get pardoned at the last minute? So in real life, when God gives last minute pardon to the good thief or to some person that we love who has made a mess of his life, we are so grateful. And when we see in real life that God cares for everybody, we're really grateful. Or when we see in real life, this person died. Has gone.
I got the boots on.
Only 20.
All right, time to make some art. I'm gonna borrow this real quick just to.
I don't know where. Okay, I think that took care of the noise. So how can it be that this person died and got to be with the Lord after only 26 years, and I'm still here, getting older and older, and God hasn't called me yet? Well, shouldn't we feel that same level of, things are different for different people. God treats people with not only with justice, but also with mercy and love. And so we don't know the backstory of the parable. We don't know what those latecomers were doing all day. Maybe they were filled with anxiety, running from place to place, looking for jobs and getting turned down and worrying where their next meal would be coming from. We don't know that. The story, though, is set up to give us the invitation to envy. And that's what the last of the workers do. They, rather than rejoicing in the mercy of God, they are envying the people who manage to get paid after doing very little work. And you wonder, what is this really about? Is this about eternal life? Is this about the fact that life isn't fair here on earth? Is this about God's mercy? Well, yes, it's about all of that. And there's an insight, I think, from St. Teresa of Lisieux that is really helpful. And so I'd like to close with telling you that. She says, we are all here on earth to grow our souls. And some of us, by being close to God and following his ways, we develop a soul with a capacity of a thimble. And others who are more heroic maybe develop a soul with the capacity of a coffee cup. And someone else who's a really, really great saint might develop a soul with the capacity of the water tower. And God is going to fill every soul with all of heaven to the brim. So if you are a thimble, you will be filled to the brim. If you are a water tower, you will be filled to the brim. If you are the worker who worked all day, you will be given a full day's pay. If you're the worker who came at the last minute, you'll be given the full day's pay. And each of us has a different adventure that God is meeting with his justice and his mercy. And each of us has aspects of our life. In some aspects of our life, we've given to the Lord when we were children. Oh, yes, I've always believed in God. This particular commandment I've always kept. Well, maybe there's some growth that we're all called to as our life progresses, so that our soul can grow and so that God can fill us with the mercy. So all of us kind of fit in the first workers and in the last workers.
Yeah.
And so it's not it's a parable that was designed to irritate us enough to dive into it. And that's the point of Bible study. You know, a lot of what's in the Bible is mysterious or challenging. Our reading from Isaiah, God's ways are so far above our ways, we can't even imagine it. And so we're going to have some fun talking about God's ways.
Yeah.
And if you'd like more information about Bible study at Our Lady of the Wayside, email biblestudy@olwparish.org. And I hope to see you here one of these days, either in person or on Zoom.